With just 4 races remaining in the regular season before the playoff grid is set, there is simply no margin for error if these drivers wish to fight for a title. Is it only fitting then that we approach the streets of the Windy City where just one foul move can perhaps end your night? As the 40 greatest sim racers in the world strap themselves in, we say good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to the house that eNASCAR has built as we are downtown at the streets of Chicago. Pace car going to make a hard right-hand turn. The field will work its way onto South Columbus Drive. Green flag is in the air as we say, let's go racing from the streets of Chicago. And already Bobby Zalinski on the inside, 3 wide. He wants the clean air. Are they going to make it out of turn number 1? It looks like for the moment they do, but Wilson falls back to 3rd. Parker White, Tony Kanaan, he has the lead off of turn 2.
What a move to start this race as we get to this long straightaway. High speeds here, but for Parker White to get the lead so early as we dive down here, this is where it gets really tight coming off this corner. This is a race about track position. What a start to get those positions early on, Blake.
We heard on pit road that Steven Wilson, as you can imagine, very upset with himself after turn 1 and losing that spot. We cannot repeat exactly what he said, but you can rest assured he was not all too pleased there with losing the lead down into turn number 1. You can see he's able to make the move by as Garrett Maines, Jimmy Mullis, a little bit of contact here as they go through East Congress Plaza Drive, and this is probably the hairiest part of this course. There's a big bump there in the middle of that corner as now Dylan Oak, Jimmy Mullis make a little bit of contact as well. Well, we talked about that fuel window. I think it's a little larger than what we perhaps would have anticipated. As you can see, a couple of drivers are going to stop, get 4 tires. Some, I imagine, may just stop on fuel. But Alan, I think this is kind of interesting here that once these drivers can make it all the way on fuel, they feel pretty safe that they can come down here, get a little bit of clean air in the back of the field, and I think that's exactly what Colin Bowden and a couple of other drivers have the thinking. You have to wonder, is anybody in your top 3 here going to take this opportunity to see, I have traffic ahead, I don't want to deal with it. I wouldn't be shocked if we see them make the harder right-hand turn on South Columbus Drive down to the pit area this time.
They're in the window. They've done about all they can to get as much free and clear track ahead of them. I would think it has to come now. It has to come soon, Blake. But
17 laps to go here from the streets of Chicago. It is still Parker White. Bobby Zalinski has lost a couple of car lengths over the last couple of laps here, and Steven Wilson has really started to make his way forward and could perhaps challenge here for the 2nd position as they make their way to South Columbus Drive, or at least the back end of it, towards turn 6.
Some of these cars only getting faster. No tire fall off. Any of that strategy, it just shows the chess game of when to make the pit stop is only getting more and more important. So it's all a matter of when you make that call, if you can make a jump and have that benefit you on the racetrack.
Once again, is Steven Wilson will be the first of your trio up front to finally make his way down into the pits. Probably going to be fuel only for Steven Wilson, and see if what the response is going to be here from Zalinski or Parker White.
Quick on, quick off, and we can see him getting out there just before. Did he beat Nick Ottinger out? It looks like he will. Nick Ottinger had a big gap there on the racetrack, so now we have to wait and see. When does Parker White make his move? Bobby Zalinski getting a little lap traffic here, having to make his way around there. How much will that cost him on the racetrack, especially as we approach pit stops? But Steven Wilson made the chess move first. What will these other 2 drivers do? As Parker White makes his pit stop, the leader is in, Blake.
So we'll take one more look. This is Vicente Salas further on back in the field. I believe this was him trying to get into the pits, saw it out of the corner of my eye when they were pitting, and just missed those barrels at the end of the pit. That is cutting it close.
And notice where Parker White, he did come out in front of Steven Wilson. He did come out in front of Casey Kerwin, able to maintain that position.
as we see. Yep, he's going to take the hard right-hand turn, and Bobby Zielinski, can he hold the lead here as he crawls down?
It's going to be all about that blend. Tucker Minter also was able to pit there, so we'll see where him and Zielinski come out. As Dylan Duval, it looked like maybe he was making the pits, but this is the race right here. Where does Bobby Zielinski come out? Will Parker White pass him here on the exit? This is going to be close.
It's going to be really close,
wow.
And Bobby Zielinski got out ahead of Parker White. A perfect stop by that crew, and Bobby Zielinski able to jump Parker White here with 9 laps to go. A true change up front, and Parker White, who was trying to become the 63rd different winner in the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series, will have his work cut out for him here over the next couple of laps to try and chase him down. Now, everybody here just so close, so competitive. As you can see, Brandon McKissick's coming out, and it's a little kiss there from Garrett Lowe.
Great in-car here from Dylan Alt. You can hear just how much they have to get on the brake, how slow they have to go after these high-speed straights. Make another quick right turn, and you're making that left around the corner there as the speed picks up. Swing back to the right, another long straightaway. As you're getting ready for another long straightaway after this tight turn. Watch how narrow it gets. Good pass there, a little bump and run there from Dylan Alt. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think that's what happened. We'll see if Busa responds to it here through turn 12, but perhaps can't get a shot at him. But I think, again, that that may be something that we see on the last lap when you look at your top 2, because Parker White has run down Bobby Zielinski, and Steven Wilson is even starting to work his way up here. So this race is not done yet, folks. You can see it right there, just mere inches, as Zielinski may have scraped the wall. That may have provided the opportunity that White needs here to get a big run with some draft down South Columbus Drive. Just 15 more corners for Bobby Zielinski to execute perfectly, and Parker White is going to have to outdo him. You can see White sliding and scraping the wall, making up time. It's down to about a car length or so as they cross the bridge. They'll take the right-hand turn to turn 12. White flag in the air. Is it Zielinski, Parker White, or Steven Wilson that goes to victory lane here in Chicago? One more trip to settle it. He maybe only has 1 or 2 more shots to do it. We'll see if he does it here in turn 7. Zielinski able to get a good exit now through East Congress Plaza Drive. A big bump in the middle of this sweeping left-hander. 2 car lengths separate your top 2. This may be White's last shot to do it. He's going to send it in here to turn 11 as he's now within a car length. Do we see a move here in turn 12? Final time here on the streets of Chicago, but he's not going to be able to get there. And Bobby Zielinski is going to win for the 3rd time this year. Well, and that's all he's going to do. He doesn't have enough gas to do a burnout. He ran out.
Talk about playing it perfectly.
Got out by about 1/10 of a second, and that's going to be the Coca-Cola move of the race as he times it perfectly, gets a miraculous exit. I mean, I don't think people realize how hard that exit is with the tire barrier just right there. He times it perfect and is able to hold off Parker White. Who again,
Man, I'm just so stoked for the guys in my box and my team, Coanda, Joe Gibbs Racing, VRS, Zach Campbell and Andrew Fayash for spotting me, and they were giving me all the info I needed for fuel stuff and gaps and stuff like that. I can't believe I came out on top of that from starting 3rd.
Well, believe it. Fixed setup. The driver is the one that makes the difference. You did that tonight. Bobby Zielinski, win number 3 on the year, the Chicago Street Course winner. Congratulations.